I know a lot of you have already watched Pursuit of Jade more than once. But here's the thing, there are actually a bunch of upcoming Chinese dramas that feel very similar to it. I've picked out 11 of them, including new shows from Tan Jianci, Wang Xingyue, Cheng Lei, and Ding Yuxi. So, let's see which one might actually replace Zhang Linghe on your watch list. Number 1 upcoming Chinese historical romance like Pursuit of Jade, Where the Mask Ends, starring Tan Jianci and Yanan. And honestly, Tan Jianci's peak might not even be Pursuit of Jade. This drama feels like it has real breakout potential. She takes on a dual role here, playing 2 completely different identities. On one side, a Cho, the ambitious true heiress. On the other, Dai, the spoiled and ruthless fake heiress. The story starts with a forced marriage twist. Dai refuses to marry her comatose fiancé, not wanting to become a widow overnight. So a Cho is sent in her place, marrying into a powerful noble family. But things take a sudden turn. The supposedly dying husband, played by Yanan, unexpectedly wakes up. Now Dai watches as a Cho steps into her position, and that jealousy quickly turns into hatred. What follows is a tense battle of wits between the two, as a Cho slowly uncovers the truth about her own identity. As for Yanan, this is his first time leading a drama, and he actually fits the role really well. He brings that calm, calculating noble heir energy in a very natural way. And their chemistry actually works really well. Honestly, it might even feel stronger than Tan Jianci's previous pairing with Zhang Linghe. So the real question is, can this drama spark the next big wave? Number 2 upcoming Chinese historical romance in the same lane as Pursuit of Jade, Dancing with the Tide, starring Tan Jianci and Liu Yuxiao. Tan Jianci is known for being pretty selective with his scripts, and this one leans heavily into espionage and political intrigue, with a strong theme of mutual redemption running through it. There's also a slightly controversial dynamic woven into the story, adding an extra layer of tension. At its core, the setup feels similar to Pursuit of Jade, with a grassroots female lead and a male lead who's constantly hiding behind a false identity. Liu Yuxiao plays Nan Yi, a street-smart orphan who survives by stealing. She crosses paths with Xie Keishan, a double agent played by Tan Jianci, and from that moment on, their relationship turns into a dangerous game of hunter and prey. He arranges for her to marry into his own family under a false identity, and using that connection, he gradually trains her into a top-level spy. But as the story unfolds, Nan Yi begins to see through his disguise, discovering the sincerity and scars he's been hiding all along. Caught on the edge of danger, the two slowly become each other's only form of redemption. Now, Liu Yuxiao as a lead can be a bit divisive among viewers, but honestly, this kind of dynamic could still end up being surprisingly addictive. Number 3 upcoming Chinese historical romance in the same vein as Pursuit of Jade, Ashes to Crown, starring Chen Duling and Zhou Yiran. Chen Duling playing a seductive fox spirit didn't really grab much attention before, but this time, she switches things up completely, taking on the role of Chu Zhao, a fierce general's daughter, and honestly, that already feels way more compelling. In this story, she's not just a warrior. She's the grand princess who holds real power, the most trusted ally of the young emperor, and the one who commands both the border army and the imperial forces. In her past life, she gave her heart to the wrong man, only to be betrayed by her husband, Xiao Sun, leading to the massacre of her entire family. But after being reborn, she's determined to rewrite her fate. This time, she fights back, risking everything to help the crown prince rise to power, while personally cutting off Xiao Sun's path to the throne. But things don't end there. Xiao Sun returns, this time colluding with foreign enemies, forcing her into an even bigger war. That's when she joins forces with Xie Yanlai, played by Zhou Yiran, and together, they take on both internal and external threats on the battlefield. And in the end, they rise to become the ones who hold the fate of the entire realm in their hands. Now the real question is, can these two deliver the kind of on-screen chemistry that actually hits? Number 4 upcoming Chinese historical romance in the same vein as Pursuit of Jade, Love in Red Dust, starring Wang Xingyue and Su Ruhan.
关键时刻就这摆摆造型，这不一定护得了你吗？
我想要护住的人，我拼出命去。
我答应你的事情，我一定会做到。
我想说， 你报警我。
If you're into that lively, everyday street life vibe mixed with a lot of humor, this is definitely one to keep on your watch list. Take Wang Xingyue's character, Yuan Hongzi. On the surface, he's this cold and aloof prince, but behind the scenes, he's actually going undercover to investigate a case, even pretending to act clueless just to get closer to the truth. Then there's Wen Dingyi, played by Su Ruhan. She used to be a noble lady, but now she's working as an executioner in the capital, which is honestly a pretty wild character setup. And lately, these unconventional female leads have been gaining a lot of attention, so this kind of role might actually work really well. The two first meet at an execution ground, and from there, they get pulled into the same investigation. What starts as mutual suspicion gradually turns into a partnership as they head north and uncover deeper layers of political schemes and hidden forces. And along the way, they slowly become each other's redemption. From the trailer, Wang Xingyue gives off that "I can tell you're in disguise, I just won't call you out" kind of playful energy, while Su Ruhan brings this "you think you're in control, but I'm actually tougher than you think" contrast. And their dynamic, that classic fox and rabbit pairing, actually works really well. Number 5 upcoming Chinese historical romance in the same lane as Pursuit of Jade, Emoli, starring by Liu and Cheng Lei.
这些都是我离开书院欠下的债，我必须偿还。
那些前尘旧怨跟你都没有关系。
我相信你，阿阳，你开心一点了吗？
This is definitely one you don't want to miss, especially if you liked Pursuit of Jade, because the core storyline follows a very similar path. This time, Bai Lu steps away from her usual tragic but powerful roles and takes on a much darker character, Yili, someone who looks composed on the surface but is always calculating underneath. She enters a political marriage with Emoli Xiaoyao, played by Cheng Lei, as part of her plan for revenge. By day, they play the perfect couple in front of everyone. But at night, it's all quiet tension, testing each other, both hiding their true intentions. As the story unfolds, they slowly realize they're actually working toward the same goal, and that's when the dynamic starts to shift. The suspicion fades, trust builds, and in the end, they join forces to take down a powerful, corrupt official. What sets Emoli apart, though, is that it leans even more into traditional court politics, with heavier focus on royal power struggles and conflicts between noble families. And visually, Bai Lu and Cheng Lei feel very evenly matched on screen, which makes their chemistry stand out even more. Honestly, this one feels like it has a real chance of reaching the same level of popularity as Pursuit of Jade. Number 6 upcoming Chinese historical romance in the same lane as Pursuit of Jade, When the Flowers Bloom, starring Ding Yuxi and Dang Jianci.
我想要的不过是伴你左右，再也不与你分离。
只有站在高处，才可以真正保护我们。一个善不力，一个同事，
不能让这不开眼的搅进去。
These two already had great chemistry in Longle Chu, and a lot of viewers were really into their pairing back then. So the big question is, can they recreate that same spark this time? In this new story, Ding Yuxi plays Zhang Linghe, a black market salt trader, someone with real ambition but constantly walking the line between right and wrong. Deng Jianci plays Fu Tingyun, a noble-born young woman whose fate takes a much darker turn. She's falsely accused of an illicit affair and then nearly killed by her own family to cover it up. Right at the brink of death, Zhang Linghe steps in, not out of kindness, but for his own benefit. The two assume a fake husband and wife identity and go on the run together, entering a journey full of danger and uncertainty. But as time goes on, their initial distrust slowly fades, and something deeper begins to grow between them. Now it really comes down to whether Ding Yuxi and Deng Jianci can bring that chemistry back on screen. Number 7 upcoming Chinese historical romance in the same lane as Pursuit of Jade, The Road to Glory, starring Zhang Linghe and Lin Yun. Next up is Zhang Linghe's new drama, and honestly, he really goes all in this time. His character here feels even more intense than Xie Zheng in Pursuit of Jade. He plays Xiaoli, a man who starts at rock bottom. As a child, he ends up killing someone to protect his mother and is thrown into prison at just 8 years old. Growing up, he survives as a debt collector and later a thug in a gambling house, barely getting by. But somehow, he rises all the way to become the king of Wei in the northern frontier. On the other side, Lin Yun plays Wen Yu, a fallen princess. She looks gentle and harmless on the surface, but she's actually hiding a sharp edge, waiting for the right moment to take revenge. The two meet at their lowest point, and what starts as mutual use slowly turns into something much deeper, even reaching the point where they rely on each other for survival. But in the end, for the sake of her country, Wen Yu makes the ultimate choice and personally assassinates Zhang Linghe. So yeah, this one really leans into that extreme love and hate dynamic. And interestingly, Zhang Linghe's character here is actually very emotionally driven when it comes to love. That said, I'm not completely sold on this pairing. It kind of feels like they're being pushed together, and honestly, it might not hit the same level of chemistry he had with Tan Jianci. Number 8 upcoming Chinese historical romance in the same lane as Pursuit of Jade, Princess Shang's Legend, starring Meng Zi and Li Yunrui.
二郎有一张巧嘴，不如先饮一杯。在我身上编排的流言，没有1000，也有800。
我始终相信，
若得公主统治，大怀可安。
So, how many of you actually want to see this pairing reunite? This time, they're moving away from the heavy angst and going for a much more satisfying power couple storyline. Meng Zi plays Mu Wanyao, who goes through a brutal transformation. She starts off as a beloved princess, but is later forced into a political marriage in a foreign land. She loses everything along the way, including her child, and is pushed to the point where she has no choice but to kill her own husband to survive. But after escaping, she makes a full comeback, returning as someone who holds real political power. On the other side, Li Yunrui plays Yan Shang, the son of a disgraced official who's been living under a false identity, waiting for the chance to uncover the truth behind his family's downfall. With enemies both inside and outside the court, the two begin as allies using each other, but gradually grow into true partners who fully understand and trust one another. Together, they support the young emperor and take control of the court, shifting the story from personal romance to something much bigger, about power, loyalty, and the fate of a nation. Now the real question is, can this one feel even more intense than their last collaboration? Number 9 upcoming Chinese historical romance in the same lane as Pursuit of Jade, Hidden Shadow, starring Wang Charan and Li Hongyi.
不要让他血债血偿，随山到水远。不管你是哪个阿九，我们都说好，过雨看松色。
我需要的从始至终都是安全。
Now, a setup like this would have felt really fresh a few years ago, but after Pursuit of Jade, it does come off just a bit less impressive. It still follows that familiar formula of strong leads and revenge set in chaotic times, but the twist here is actually pretty interesting. Wang Charan's character has a dual soul condition. By day, she's Meijio, a refined and elegant noble lady, but at night, she switches into Injio, a sharp and ruthless assassin. And here's where things get complicated. These two identities end up falling for completely different men. One side of her falls for Chu Dingjiang, a calculating general played by Li Hongyi, while the other is drawn to Hua Rongjian, a gentle and composed nobleman. So yeah, that raises a pretty obvious question. There's no way this turns into some kind of one wife, two husbands situation, right? But here's something you might want to know going in. The original novel actually has a pretty tragic ending, so you might want to prepare yourself for that. Number 10 upcoming Chinese historical romance in the same lane as Pursuit of Jade, The Poison Queen, starring Dylan Wang and Meng Zi. This is one a lot of people are already looking forward to, and the storyline really hits all the right notes. Meng Zi plays Xin Miao, who in her past life was completely devoted to love, only to be betrayed by the man she trusted the most. Her entire family is destroyed, and she dies with injustice in the cold palace. But after being reborn, she sees everything clearly this time. She no longer falls for the same tricks and instead takes ruthless revenge, step by step, against those who wronged her. Along the way, she meets Xie Jingxing, played by Dylan Wang, and the two begin to work together against both court politics and the schemes within the royal harem. In the end, Shen Miao rises to become a powerful empress, ruling the empire alongside him. That said, their pairing doesn't immediately feel super strong to me, but who knows, that could totally change once the drama actually airs. Let's wait and see how it turns out. Number 11 upcoming Chinese historical romance in the same lane as Pursuit of Jade, Bao Zhu, starring Dai Luo and Lai Weiming. Out of everything on this list, this is probably the one that feels the closest to Pursuit of Jade. It follows a similar setup, a contract marriage between a butcher's daughter and a fallen noble heir. That said, casting Dai Luo as the female lead might not work for everyone. She plays Bao Zhu, a street-smart girl who chooses to marry into a powerful family to escape being exploited. Using her wit and instincts, she gradually takes control of the household and rises from an ordinary girl to the woman in charge. On the other side, Lai Weiming plays Xia Yan, the heir of a powerful shipping family. He was once a brilliant young talent, but after an accident leaves him disabled, he completely loses his drive. Forced into marriage by his family, the two start off constantly clashing, but over time, their relationship evolves into mutual redemption. Now, if this setup sounds familiar, you're not wrong. The biggest difference is that Bao Zhu leans more into household power struggles and business conflicts, rather than large-scale court politics. So, here's the question. After watching Pursuit of Jade, would you still be interested in something that feels like a similar formula? Alright, so which one do you think could replace Pursuit of Jade on your watch list? Drop it in the comments, and let's watch it together when it comes out.